Hey everyone, Trey Review here. You may know me from those top 10 horror lists that I've done, as well as that one time I had a go at that game. Well, you may also remember a video I did on the most confusing video game plots. Well, as it turns out, there are plots out there that are just downright fucking retarded, so here is Trey Review's top 10 stupidest fucking video game plots that were shit and stuff. Enjoy. Or not, whatever. Soul Axiom! Now, Soul Axiom isn't a bad game. Had to say that after the devs so insistently made me buy this game while it was still in early access. Cheers for that, by the way. And in fact, some of its puzzles and visuals are actually pretty good too. But this isn't a list about gameplay. In fact, the game with the greatest gameplay could qualify for this list, as this is purely about storylines. But don't worry, Unreal Tournament doesn't make an appearance here, so you can relax. Oh, sorry, I was just staring at the comment section, waiting for the angry response I'll be getting after throwing that hand grenade out there, but going back to the point, Soul Axiom did kind of feel a little fucking thick when you just focus on its plot. It stands there proudly going, "Don't mind me, I'm totally not trying to be the Talos Principal, come check out my nether regions." So you go diving into its crotch hoping to find something hairy. Jesus Christ, this entry's getting weird. But anyway, you're hoping to find something shocking or interesting, yet right near the start, you go, "Are we inside a program right now?" And the game turns in the other direction, starts whistling, but then after completing half of the maps, the game then gets you to go back and look for levels within levels that reveals more of the plot and holy shit! Oh, you're revealing to us that we're inside a program this whole time and you're grandly revealing that now? Yeah, I kind of got that. Wait, levels within levels? Since when did this game turn into Inception? But speaking of levels, most of them, despite looking cool and such, just aren't really connected in any way in particular. For instance, during one guy's speech, he's showing off his findings by comparing them to that of ancient civilizations, and for that reason alone, you get an Aztec level. There's also a gothic castle with werewolves level, a hospital level that's plagued with killer owls, and a level where you're in an apartment and you need to solve puzzles by going to the past and then going back to the future. Sure, I won't get sued for saying that. And none of it seems relevant to the overall story. Like, everything is there just because the devs wanted to show you some levels that they've been working on, rendering the actual story as disconnected from what we're seeing. But the entire reason for me mentioning this game is so that I had an excuse to show you possibly the worst quote in the whole of gaming.
"What you created is blasphemy."
That was a blast for me.
The Void! The Void is probably the best title this game could have. It's about a vast space filled with nothing. I'm not even sure if there's a plot in here at all. You ever loaded up a game for the first time and gone, I don't know what to do? Well, if you haven't and are feeling left out, then go buy this game and feel enlightened at the complete disappointment that is The Void. And that's all there is to say about this one, really. The gameplay's not that good, and I don't really know how to talk about something that isn't made of much. It's kind of like being forced to explain the inner workings of Kim Kardashian's mind. You haven't given me much to work with here. Postal 3! Now, in Postal 3's defense, it was shit on all accounts. Actually, that's not a defense. But its plot was completely and utterly broken. The Postal series is well known for its ridiculous and yet minimalistic storytelling mechanics, yet Postal 3 tried to include two vastly different and vastly undermined plots that constantly clashed with each other. Failing a good side story mission will force you over to the bad side, where all of a sudden, you're picking up a plotline that doesn't make sense, because you haven't been following it up until this point. Imagine watching the first Star Wars trilogy, but every 10 minutes, you'll get a scene from the prequel trilogy all spliced in there as if Tyler Durden had given up splicing porn into your film and just wanted to ruin Star Wars instead. It's hard to follow, and even if you do figure out what's going on, it's not particularly interesting anyway. That's Postal 3, not Star Wars. Well, maybe some of the prequel trilogy, but I'm not going to throw any more hand grenades out there for now.
Lane Goodman.
Gravity Rush! And now we move on to the PS Vita section of this list. Gravity Rush stood in front of its target, pulled back on the bowstring, aimed for dead center, and then turned around and fired off in the opposite direction. You're a girl who has the ability to manipulate gravity, so you can run up walls and freefall in any direction you like. Sounds awesome, right? So there must be a great story to go with it too, right? Right? No. Just no. The first thing you do after acquiring gravity powers is, no, you know what? I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think up what the first thing you do is. Go on, write down your ideas in the comment section, and try to make it believable. Ready? Go. Okay, time's up. Well, f*** whatever you wrote. The correct answer for what the first thing you do is look for furniture to deck out your shite-infested home that's located in a sewer. Pitcher throws the ball, batter stands ready, and oh no, swing and a miss. After that is get hired on by anyone who can't do anything for themselves, then the police / not police hire you / not hire you on, and then after that it's the military's turn. Want to know where your powers come from? Well, too bad, Chuck, that's not what's important here. Now go fight these monsters that suddenly appeared, but don't think too hard on when they came from because the developers sure didn't. I swear that this game should be called... oh, okay. Because so much random stuff happens in it that feels like the game just wants you to blindly accept everything at face value and not question anything that's happening. But asking Trey of you not to question a game's plot is like asking fire not to burn, and quite frankly, this game's plot is more of a plot hole. Conception 2, oh Christ. Do I really have to talk about this one again? Fine, I'll keep this brief seeing as I can see this video becoming a long one otherwise. Monsters have covered the world and only 18-year-old high schoolers with superpowers can go forth into copy and paste dungeons to defeat them with the help of magical children that they gain by performing totally not sexual rituals with nervous girls, and all sanctioned by a priest who's quite possibly a paedophile. I also don't get why God in his infinite wisdom has only made it so that a very small percentage of the world's population can actually fight these monsters. It's like the omnipotence paradox. Could God create a star child that could do his job better than him? Also, could God create a better version of this game that would even make him say that Conception 2 was a piece of shit? Because that'd be great, thanks. But I think that we've all forgotten the most worrying thing about this game. It's a sequel! There was another one just like this one that was terrible as well. Yet why did the devs feel the need to make another one? I'd like to remind you that in the same way that there are 2 Conception games, there were also 2 World Wars. So logic dictates that if Conception 3 ever comes out, it would start World War 3. Nah, I'm just kidding. But seriously, Conception 2 is crap. Asura's Wrath! Shut up already! Okay, I'll admit it. This game isn't that bad and all, but come on! The story was absolute pants! It's so all over the place that I don't know how to handle it. I'm all for time skips between chapters, but make it realistic. What's wrong with a couple of years? 5 years even? It's not a big deal that way because we know that time has passed and stuff has happened in between, but not entire millennia. And if you're going up against gods and losing and having to wait several tens of thousands of years for another chance, then I'm pretty sure you lost Asura. Okay, the quick time events aren't bad and the overall presentation of the game is good, but all I can remember from this one is Kratos gets angry, punches spacemen. I think this is one of those games that we're just gonna have to agree to disagree on, because loads of people loved it, whilst I'm all like, yeah, you can keep it. Certainly not a bad game, but the story is so chopped up and spaced apart that it just makes the whole thing seem stupid to me. There's merit in having a ridiculous storyline, but no one goes full retard. Bad dudes! The president has been kidnapped by ninjas! I'm out. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm out. If you're gonna start your game off with, the president has been kidnapped by ninjas, then I've officially lost interest. That's possibly one of the dumbest ways to begin your story. You might as well have said, the most powerful person alive has been kidnapped by insert unrealistic generic bad guys here. Hell, why not go with, the president has been kidnapped by Godzilla? So no, you've lost me, alright? You've lost me on the motorway about 5 miles back. Don't bother waiting for me, just go on ahead. I'll call a cab and have them pick me up instead. I've got Red Dead's number, they'll come get me. The president has been kidnapped by ninjas. That alone should tell you everything you need to know about this game's plot. Cheetahmen! The action game master has been sucked into his TV, and now some cheaters who think they're Keanu Reeves and know Kung Fu are here to take down... Whoa. Hang on a moment. I called for Red Date to come pick me up. Why is it that another crap storyline has suddenly appeared instead? First of all, what the f*** is an action game master? They could have made it a whole lot more immersive by replacing the name Action Game Master with the word... you. Basically, some shut-in dickhead who's been playing video games too much has been sucked into his TV. At this point, he disappears from the plot entirely, making you wonder why he was even mentioned in the first place, and then the three cheaters go off to fight just like that because logic. It makes me laugh they've come across a guy who's been sucked into his TV, and their first reaction is to run off in the other direction in order to fight... someone else. Active Enterprises. Did you find that plot in a puddle of vomit? Like... you could literally not make that storyline any more shitter than it is already, even if you tried. Did you hold a competition at the glue-sniffing factory for best story ideas? I mean, I'm not being spiteful or anything here, but literally any other idea would have been better than that. An inflatable dolphin goes off to rescue his autistic uncle, who happens to be head of the Badger Mafia, who's played by Willem Dafoe, would have been more entertaining than this. There, go make that instead. Call it Donphin. You have my permission to use that name. Anna! Now, once you've downed your third bottle of bleach... Oh, sorry, I seem to have carried on from the last time I talked about this game. You know what? I don't think the developers knew what this game was about either. In fact... was there even a character called Anna in this? I seriously can't remember. I only bought this game because it looked freaky, but after playing it, I found out that it was really just confusing. Your experience with this game will include load it up, try completing some of the puzzles, realise that it's crap, stop playing. I did finish this game, but I can't tell you what the plot is about. There is a plot in there, but I reckon the developers forgot about it whilst trying to think of the most retarded ways to complete logic puzzles. If these are logic puzzles, then that means that logic is based purely on how much bleach you drink, because that's the only way I can think of that makes this game appear more coherent. Once again, Kim Kardashian walks onto centre stage because this game isn't giving me much to work with. Because the puzzles are so broken, the plot just kind of withers away and dies. In fact, the plot might be hidden in there somewhere, but only as an Easter egg. Search high and low and maybe you'll get a whiff of it somewhere, but you'd think that a creepy atmospheric puzzle game like this would have some sort of story to hold it all together. And I think I've just figured out Anna's final puzzle. Find out why this game doesn't have a plot. That's the best fourth wall breaking moment ever! Extra, 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 give me money. Now, I usually don't do honourable mentions, but just really quickly, what the fuck was up with Minecraft Story Mode Episode 6? Oh, I know it'd be a good idea. Let's tear the cast away from any real plot and show off the fact that we've got hold of some YouTubers to play as themselves. Yeah, it's not like most of us haven't heard of them or anything and don't watch Minecraft YouTube videos. And now that we've got all of these people that we're shoving in your face for no apparent reason, let's put them all into a whodunit setting. Why? Well, you know how the game up until now has been about saving the world from Minecraft-related monsters? Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that, but who cares? Everyone loves a whodunit. Ironically, when I came to play this episode, I was asking whodunit, but not in the way you're thinking. I was asking, whodunit? Who was the fucking bellend who thought that it'd be a good idea to ruin any form of momentum, immersion, or credibility that this game had going right up until now? Now, Minecraft Story Mode isn't exactly Telltale's best title, but it did have its moments and it had its charms as well. But Episode 6 took what was there, rolled it up into a nice big ball, and threw it on the fire. And what was replaced was, wow, aren't these YouTubers really cool? We wish we could be like them. Aren't they just so amazing? I just want to hug them all tightly and never let go. Aren't they just the most precious thing you've ever saw? No. If I wanted Minecraft YouTubers, I'd go to their channels. Why put them in here, and why the fuck have you mounted them on a golden pedestal? If I was in a game, I'd totally tell you to go buy it, but that's not the point. The point is that it doesn't fit in with the rest of the game, and it killed the plot dead in its tracks. The other two episodes after it weren't that good either. Limbo of the Lost. Oh my god, no. Why? Why make me talk about this game some more? Have you not had enough already? There's nothing new I can add to this. It's been done. Really? How many pages does this come out at? 5. Okay, this is a long video, so let's wrap this up real quick, like. Man dies and goes to Limbo, tries to escape, forgets about escaping, does stuff to help out people he's just met but acts like he's known them for years, seals an ancient power that we only learn about right at the end, gets crowned King of Limbo and stays there. Actually, why did he get crowned King of Limbo? Who was the king before him? Was there even a king? And why does everyone think these are good candidates to rule what is essentially the setting from Thief Deadly Shadows? What qualities have you based this on? He spent his entire time looting this plane of existence just so that he can achieve ultimate power. He's not suitable. That'd be like a sexist bigot who's been declared bankrupt several times, claiming that he's the best man for the world's most powerful position, even though he's got no plans of his own. But I'll let you decide who I was referring to just then. And we're done. Finally. Yes! But yeah, like and subscribe.
Life is killing me. I swear sometimes I think this life is killing me.